Okay, so let's make a full breakdown of Euro USD. What kind of situation do we currently have from the monthly all the way down to the 4-hour time frame? Now let's start from the monthly. Now on the monthly, what we can clearly see is that the market has reached this bottom. Okay, we had a bottom here. The market tested it at this level here, rejected it to the upside, tried to go again lower. However, it failed and is now rejecting the zone to the upside. Specifically, this last monthly candle here is very, very important to see how it will close. If it closes like this in 12 days, more or less like this, so basically creating this very long wick, we can definitely expect the next monthly candle to continue to the upside and fill in the wick to complete this huge overextended W formation. But we need to see a close more or less in this way. This is a pattern that repeats over and over again. For example, here we see it already. If you see a market with a wick like this, the next candle, sorry, will fill in the wick. Now let's go down on the weekly and see what kind of situation we have. Now, on the weekly time frame, situation is pretty simple. We have a market that has created this overextended W formation, and after an overextended W formation, you want to see the market make a retracement. That is exactly what we had spoken about in the previous analysis on YouTube, which I will now also recap. Now, we wanted to see this overextended W formation, and after this, we wanted to see the retracement. Now, if you want to measure a retracement in the market, what are you supposed to be doing? Taking your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And what you can see is that the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement, so the first strong Fibonacci taken on the impulse, is lining up perfectly with the previous resistance, now turns support at this level, creating a confluence of support, which is our downside target, at least on the weekly, our first target to the downside. Now, if we go down on the daily, what kind of situation we have? Now, when we spoke about Euro USD the last time, the market had created already this overextension to the upside. So clearly, after an impulse like this, we wanted to see the market make a deeper retracement. However, what did we say in the analysis, which you can go and check out on YouTube? We said after the impulse and correction, we want to see the market try to go higher, to go and hunt all the stop losses above this high, and only then start the retracement, which is exactly what the market did. So the market went to hunt all the stop losses that were here above, and then the market started the move to the downside. If you're now capitalizing on the move to the downside, great job. Now, at the moment, the market is clearly, as we said, moving to the downside, and we want to see the market hit our downside target here. And if the market will make the move to the downside and consolidate here for a few days, then on the monthly, we will have the candle close on the monthly as we wanted to see it. And then that will bring a very nice move to the upside. But before we speak about how we can be looking for a possible capitalizing opportunity, let's go and see what kind of situation do we currently have from a COT perspective on Euro USD. So what hedge funds are currently doing on this pair. Let's go and get our data. Now, if you check the euro, what you're actually checking is Euro USD, because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. And what we can see that net positions increased a lot from minus 114k all the way up to plus 95k, meaning that we went from having way more shorts than longs to having way more longs than shorts on Euro USD from an institutional perspective. And only with the last report, we can see that they added another 10.2k longs. So in the long term, we definitely expect Euro USD to continue to the upside and the monthly candle possibly to get filled, as we said at the beginning of this analysis. The first step is to see the market go and reach the downside target, obviously for all of you that are running the short position exactly as outlined in the previous analysis. And now, how we can be approaching Euro USD. Now, if the market will approach this area here, okay, we need to, as said, we need to see the weekly time frame, the monthly time frame, close in that way. But anyway, after the market creates the move to the downside, the environment of the market will be absolutely bearish. So a market that is creating lower lows, lower highs with strong bearish momentum. So the way in which we will be approaching this is very simple. with students, we will be monitoring price action from a 4 hour perspective inside of this area, because always remember, monthly, weekly, and dailies for direction, the 4 hour is the best time frame to be looking for entries. So with students, we will be monitoring price action on the 4 hour time frame inside of this area, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice long with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the upside. But it's very, very important that we see the shift from a bearish market to a bullish market before we start monitoring for a possible longing opportunity that is according our rules, because the environment of the market will be absolutely bearish. So if everything will remain bearish on the 4 hour, we will obviously not be looking for the longs. That is why trading is reactive, not predictive. So if everything will start to shift to the upside inside of this area, then we will definitely be looking for a potential longing opportunity on the 4 hours with students. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.